Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified what is going on. Friendly fire, friendly fight. Lamont Roach, Gervonta Tank Davis is gonna be a decent fight, but a fight that a lot of fans aren't really looking too forward to. I want to deep dive into what Gervonta Davis's plans for 2025 are. I mean, we know that the Lamont Roach fight is not the biggest fight in boxing for Gervonta Tank Davis. We understand that Teofimo Lopez is probably possibly Gervonta Tank Davis's biggest opponent right now, that a lot of fans don't want to see, but Gervonta Tank Davis, as one of the biggest names in boxing, has confirmed that his career is coming to an end with an impeccable record of 30 fights undefeated and 28 knockouts. The 30-year-old fighter has announced that he plans to retire in 2025, leaving behind a legacy that has amazed fans and experts alike. Now, with that being said, would a Teofimo Lopez be his last potential fight in boxing if that fight is to manifest, right? We seen Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, hasn't taken on the best fighters in the sport of boxing, but his knockout percentages, his knockout is what draws a fan into watching him, right? Into liking him. His, just really don't care what he says or how he says it. He just says it. You know what I'm saying? He a regular dude. Has a, is why a lot of people like to watch Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? But in a recent interview with Fight Hub, Gervonta Tank Davis revealed his dissatisfaction with boxing and his decision to hang up his gloves after his next fight scheduled for March 1st in 2024 uh, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, where he will defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach. The fight originally said for December of this year, whatever. But so he's saying that potentially Lamont Roach could be his potential last opponent. He's pretty much done with the sport of boxing. I understand, right? These dudes, he says he don't care about belts, he don't care about this, he don't care about that. He's done with boxing. He's probably over it. He's made all his millions. What was he got to keep fighting for, right? And I mean that's the potential hazard that we run in the sport of boxing. Once a fighter becomes content or comfortable with what they already got, and they're not really looking for legacy. Like he already said, he doesn't care about legacy. You know what I'm saying? So what is he really chasing? The light is just not there for him no more. This is the quote that he said. After next year, I'm out of this, out of the sport. The championship, visibly upset by the aspects surrounding his profession. It's trash. This stuff is trash, trash. Tired of all this crap. He added in frustration. Although many have speculated whether his retirement could tarnish his undefeated legacy, Davis appeared indifferent to such comments in a previous interview with Fight Hype. The boxer made it clear that for him, his status as the best will always be secured. I don't even care about that, bro. I don't even care about that. And where I come from, bro, I'll always be the greatest. I'll always be a G for myself, he stated. And look, man, if he's comfortable with that, of course, you know what I'm saying? That's ain't nothing wrong with that. If you comfortable with what you accomplished and who you fought, doesn't mean that you have to please fans that, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it really don't matter. It's been thousands and thousands and thousands of boxers, you know what I'm saying, and you've captivated the eyes of a lot of fans and you've made a lot of money in the sport. And if you decide that Lamar Roach is possibly your last fight inside of the sport of boxing, um it is what it is, right? Will that hurt his legacy? Will that take anything away from his legacy? Well, you can't take away knockouts, obviously, right? So his draw, his fame is not gonna go nowhere. I think that he's definitely gonna be touted as one of the heaviest hitters inside of the sport of boxing we've ever seen. because that's who Gervonta Tank Davis was, in my opinion, just a heavy hitter. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's what drew a lot of people into really liking Gervonta Tank Davis, just knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the entertainment. That's what we want for entertainment. We want the knockouts. We want that. The unfortunate part about it is the people that we knocked out. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of people felt like, well, those aren't the best opponents at the time, and those aren't the best opponents. I mean, look at this fight against Lamont Roach. I feel like this is more of a payday for Lamont Roach. You know what I'm saying? Like he was stating that Lamont, we got, DC's his second home, this and that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. He knows Lamont Roach. You know what I'm saying? They grew up together. You know what I mean? Fighting in the amateurs and doing things like that. You know what I'm saying? And breaking bread with each other in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? Food wise. But in my opinion, I feel like he's just gonna get his man's a payday. You know what I'm saying? They boys at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they don't know or they not familiar with each other. There is no animosity. If you look at the press conferences, the one they did in New York or the one they did at Howard, you know what I'm saying? There is no animosity between them. You know what I mean? I mean, Lamar Roach just looks like he's happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? He looks very content to be there. In my opinion, um, I honestly think that he's gonna get. Well, I'm not even gonna say I'm honestly gonna think that he's gonna get knocked out because I think Gervonta Tank Davis uh, really does like Lamar Roach. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's really gonna go in there just to knock his head off. If the opportunity comes, I'm sure he's gonna take it. But is he gonna be there to knock his head out? I highly doubt that. You know what I'm saying? I highly doubt that. But I think that Lamar Roach is a very good fighter, but I just feel like it's not the right fight, right? It just don't seem right. And it just seems more of a, oh, I'm gonna get my man's paid. Fuck it, we gonna break some bread together inside of the ring, get him a big payday, and that's respectable and all. You know what I'm saying? But for that to be your last fight, again, is very disappointing for the fans. We would definitely like to see more of Gervonta Tank Davis. Davis' retirement, which comes at a peak at the peak of his career, has had a significant impact on the boxing world. His decision to step away from the sport at the height of his success has not been universally well received. In an interview with Blad TV, Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, questioned Davis' choices regarding his opponents. According to Haney, Tank has avoided the most dangerous boxes and downplayed the challenge presented by Lamont Roach. I don't think Lamont has the quality to beat Davis. And if he fights Shakur Stevenson, it will be a good fight. I give it a 50-50, but I think Tank is avoiding real boxes, Haney said, criticizing how Davis has managed his career. And it's very understandable. Um, I mean, the critique from Bill Haney is not a bad critique. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have the same critique over Gervonta Tank Davis. He's not fighting anybody that's dangerous or somebody that could potentially beat him. He's fighting guys that we know that he's gonna go in there and he's gonna knock them out. You know what I mean? He's not fighting the top quality opponent at the time. A fight with Shakur Stevenson would be a great fight because it would just show his skill level as far as fighting somebody who's very back foot, uh, who's always on the back foot, who always is going backwards. You know what I'm saying? So it shows that versatility of who Tank could potentially be. Because he's a very skilled fighter. You know what I'm saying? And he's been tested here and there, but it's never been like, oh, you felt some type of a different energy. You know what I'm saying? It's never been like that. You know, um, and the fight with Lamar Roach, where he says that he, Lamar Roach just doesn't have the quality to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. It's 100% true. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the quality to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. You gotta be a heavy hitter I feel like to beat Gervonta Tank Davis, you also gotta be a heavy hitter and you gonna have to take a big punch. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think that Lamar Roach is gonna be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's a good fighter, but More than anything, this is just a payday for Lamont Roach. I don't think that he's going there with the intentions to win this fight. You know what I mean? I don't think that he even thinks that. I think that he just thinks that he's gonna go in there and he doesn't want to get knocked out by Gervonta Davis and say, "I survived Gervonta Tank Davis." Unfortunately, right? But I think that that's really what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more of a, can I go in there and survive against Gervonta Tank Davis? It's not gonna be, can I go in there and I beat Gervonta Tank Davis? You know what I'm saying? This is a guy that's coming up from 130 pounds who at times at 130 pounds has had fights where he hasn't looked his greatest. You know what I'm saying? And then he has fights where he looks good, but a lot of those fights are very evenly matched fights against very evenly matched other opponents where I don't feel like those opponents could even touch a Gervonta Tank Davis. So it's very tough. He just got a belt at 130 pounds. There was no reason for him to go up there to waste it. But again, the money is the root of all evil. Unfortunately, this is what we're starting to see. You know, impatient, you know what I'm saying? But also don't want to miss that payday because if you think about it, this is possibly the only opportunity you could potentially get whatever millions that you're about to get. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're gonna go from 130 to 147. You know what I mean? And start fighting guys there. Of course, you got to also look at that. So and start fighting those guys there and start making mega fights. Obviously the opportunity is there, might as well take it. You know what I'm saying? The double came knocking, and you know what I mean, and you got to do what you got to do. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. uh the money, it's just impatience in my opinion, because Lamar Roach is a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, who was he gonna get that payday with? You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Tank, nobody. So the money is there. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you see him laughing and giggling on up on the stage. You know what I'm saying? He was laughing and giggling. Um, and in my opinion, it's because he already knows. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is already there. He's just praying that he doesn't get knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but Gervonta Tank Davis, he seems determined to end his career in the ring in 2025. You know, and I think that, to be honest, he should go out with a bang. I think that he should look at a guy like Teofimo Lopez. Um, in 2025 to be his last fight in 2025. I think that would be a banger. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose. You know what I mean? I think that would just show who Tank was. You know what I mean? At least go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? Don't let a Lamont Roach be the last uh, to Lamont Roach to be their last opponent. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a fight with Teofimo Lopez could definitely, if he beats a Teofimo Lopez and then goes out and retires, guess what? You went out on top. You took out the top dude. You know what I'm saying? You took out the top dude. You know what I mean? So I feel like fight with Teofimo Lopez in 2025 will be a great fight to watch for the fans. And it'll be a great fight for boxing. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, man. Should Gervonta Tank Davis take on Teofimo Lopez in 2025? What do you feel about Gervonta Tank Davis retiring in 2025? And do you think that Lamar Roach is a worthy enough opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis? And is this fight gonna be a good fight? We out, man. Peace.